go give the Focus RS a test. Okay, so what an opportunity. Ford Focus RS. This thing is 350 horsepower, all-wheel drive, and the tires are the Pilot Sport. So low! I don't want to screw you up, but yeah. Dude, this feels so, the pedals are so different than my car.
Yep.
The clutch is right in front of you.
Yep.
That's so weird. Mine is over here.
Oh, well. You're probably going to hit all 3 pedals with 1 foot.
Yeah. This is really good for heel toe.
Yeah, so there's a spacer in there.
Was it in third? Or no, it's in neutral. No, it's in third.
Yeah, it was in...
It was in third.
Yep.
Oh, so that's reverse.
No, reverse, you won't be able to get into reverse. Reverse, pull up.
Oh, okay.
So, first, second. Oh, that was first, third, fifth.
Okay. So this is first.
That's first.
Okay.
Yep, clutch in, clutch.
Wow, I'm not used to this. I'm sure Trav would appreciate a ride too, of course, if you're able to.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel bad that he's out here without his car, but you know, I've done that with him too. It's just all part of it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I feel like a freaking novice.
Boggin, second.
So different, the throttle. What are you usually doing around here?
60 plus.
Dude, the pedals feel so different.
You can hit 80 in this. Then you can just basically chop this off and go straight.
Right. I'm just trying to get used to everything going on.
For sure.
You don't use third or fourth, do you?
No, in the back straight, that's it.
Okay. The turning is nice.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I hit the curbs?
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand the grip, the power. It's very different. The kick there around 4,000 RPM is awesome. Rotates nice.
Yep.
Downshifting from third to second feels so different.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I'm missing the gear every time. I'll just do one more, okay?
Yep.
Is that brakes I smell?
I think so.
I won't go too hard down here then. Dude, it feels really good. Like the initial turn-in, it feels really good. What do you think?
It's fun. It's fun. The only thing, the tires get a bit slippy. I think because they're so, I don't know, they're kind of narrow. But you can break them free in that back corner and in the front corner of the last, what is it, turn 10?
Oh, I believe it. If you trail brake down there,
Yeah.
you could, let me get out of this guy's way, he's coming quick. Yeah, if you trail brake down there, heck yeah. Yeah, I felt, right there going through 2 and 3, I felt like it dives on the front.
Yeah, so there are a couple of different suspension settings that you can stiffen up the dampers with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what do you have it in?
It resets to standard every time you turn the car on. So it's just in normal, whatever, daily driving. There's a lot less body roll to make it stiffer.
Yeah.
67.
No, that was unique because I've never driven a boosted car or turbo car like this before. Man, the clutch and gas and brake are so different than what I've got.
Oh,
It just feels
Well, your
so
gas is-
different. What's that?
Gas is a little more intuitive, like your accelerator pedal, whereas this one, it's, I don't know, it's a little more digital. It's not quite as connected.
You know, I feel that. I do. And I think if you drive my car, you'll feel that throttle cable
Yep.
feeling. Like my throttle pedal maybe feels a bit more,
Like sensitive, reactive.
yeah, whatever,
Sharper.
yeah. But once you understand this more, maybe you get the sense of,
You have to plan ahead a little more in this.
yeah.
What's up, Trevor?
Hey,
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a very different car than the EG.
Sure.
And what we were just talking about is the throttle pedal just feels totally different than what I've got going.
It's those little things.
Because you said it's drive-by-wire,
Right.
and you feel it. And pause. Hey guys, so about that delayed throttle thing, I definitely do think there's some disconnect with the throttle pedal because it is that drive-by-wire, but I think what I was describing here in this scenario was more so turbo lag. If you care to hear my thoughts on that a little bit more and elaborate on that, it's coming up in just a minute.
You feel it like in what way?
How did you describe it?
There's a delay. Kind
Delay.
of feels like it's thinking.
Yeah. I go to hit the pedal and I'm like, I already expect it to be going, and I feel like I'm leaning forward for it, and it doesn't happen quite like you expect it.
There's another brain involved.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But when it hits on like around 4,000 RPM, you get that cool kick, which is,
I noticed that in Trey's. You come to that turn and it's like, but once he hits like those cones, it's like way faster.
Yeah, the boost.
it's really cool. It's an awesome car. It's interesting because the suspension is almost kind of similar to the EG in the sense where it dives like that, but I feel like this leans a bit more on the front, like around 2 and 3 there. I got the front to kind of a little bit, and I didn't expect it, so that was interesting. But I mean, it's a beautiful car, man, dude. Check out the interior.
I just totally came in.
The seats feel really, really nice when you get down, and like for me, I'm a short guy. I'm like 5'5", you know. I sit down in this thing.
Yeah.
But look at the clutch, gas, and brake there. The clutch on the EG is like all the way to the left.
Yeah, all
That
the pedals
thing is
are over.
directly in front of my foot, which was really weird to get used to. Hitting the brake and the gas really, it just felt really different. It was strange. And like, you can heel toe in this really well because the gas and brake is right there, but it's just different, you know, it's just different. So, I've never driven anything that's drive-by-wire out on track. My EG is from 1992. It's a throttle cable. You press that thing, you feel it. You feel every bit of that throttle pedal. With the Focus, you feel it, obviously. It's a physical thing, you're pressing it. But it's just, it's weird, man. Like, it feels like the pedal doesn't have much travel, I think is a good way to describe it. Like, you press on it, and there was an initial bit of press where it almost feels like nothing happens. It's really weird. Like, you press it, and it's like, okay. But then you press it more, and it feels like it modulates a little bit easier, I guess. Out on track, I really noticed, if you heard me saying earlier in the video where I downshift from third to second, like, I felt like I was missing the shift every time in the first place. Downshifting from third to second feels so different. I feel like I'm missing the gear every time. I never did, but it felt that way. I think part of that was to do with the throttle pedal, because then I would go to, heel toe it, get back on the throttle, and it kind of just felt like I was always missing it. Like, I never was, but that's how I felt. It's such a weird thing to describe, man. Like, coming from a car from 1992 to a 2017 or newer car with drive-by-wire, they're two different things, two different feelings. I'm sure that the drive-by-wire in actuality is faster. Like, it's computer controlled, so you press it, boom, it's instant, like, I think. But it just feels different. Obviously, if I'm able to put in some seat time on that, I'm gonna get used to it. That's just how it goes. But just that initial transfer from one car to another, I really noticed it. But so the turbo lag, I think what I was describing there when I was sitting in the driver's seat was more so turbo lag. When you go ahead and initially get on the gas, like, it's not a crazy amount of power. It's a heavy car to begin with, but it doesn't, boom, put you back in your seat. Unlike Brian's Charger does, which you're gonna be seeing in an episode coming up. But that's the difference between like a big old grunty V8 and a 4-cylinder turbocharged. So, but once you do hit that 4,000 RPM mark, like, you get that kick. It wasn't like surprising in the sense where it was like, oh my God, like Fast and Furious. Like, it wasn't anything like that, but it was a nice sense of power. I think the power is really nicely matched for that car in stock trim. You can have a ton of fun in that car, power-wise and everything. Just buy that car, go to the track. Exactly like Trey did. And Trey is a solid driver, man, and he really is improving. So you watch, he's gonna get quick in that thing. So turbo lag is definitely a real thing, something that I've never experienced before, and I think that's why I was kind of like, what is happening here? Like, I've heard this before when turbo cars are described for being track cars. Like, you almost have to get on the gas a little earlier, anticipate what you're gonna wanna do, unless you keep it in the boost. If you could keep it around that 4,000 RPM mark, and I think maybe driving this car more like a momentum car, out at the firm anyway, could be a good thing. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Like, I don't know, I don't have enough seat time to really say yes or no on that, but if you could keep it up around 4,000 RPM in the boost, that's where that car is really gonna shine out there. All-wheel drive, I honestly can't comment too much on that at the moment because I only did 3 laps out in the thing, and I didn't really honestly get a great sense of the handling. I wasn't gonna push it like crazy, man. Like, this isn't my car. I just wasn't gonna do that. But so I will say the initial turn-in was really good. And the Pilot Sport tires really did that really well. I would say more the mid-corner grip is where they started to lose it a little bit. So like coming around turns 2 and 3, you really gotta get some good steering input and rotate the car around 2 to, fire it out and go through turn 3. And I would say that initial turn-in, the initial bite of those Pilot Sports were really nice. It would do it. But then come that mid-corner, I kind of felt like the car would want to wash out just a touch, understeer maybe a bit through there. So maybe a bit more grip, a bit more width on the tire even, I don't know. Different tires would make that car a totally different animal for sure. But the tires as they are a very nice tire if you drive it within its limits. But I guess you can say that about any tire. Overall, it was a ton of fun, man. Again, thank you to Trey for letting me drive it. Like, I've never driven anything different on track other than my 92 Civic. So, driving anything else is really eye-opening for me and a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I like trying to be able to hustle any car around that track. Give me a minivan. I'm gonna go try to put that thing around there as fast as I can. Ton of fun. Y'all are gonna be seeing an episode coming out with me driving Brian's Charger as well. Almost 500 horsepower in that thing, people, but a ton of weight. So yeah, it was interesting. So thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you in the next.